What's beyond the black?
So,
What's beyond the black rainbow? Is it ill-gotten goods? Is it black market goods?
is it dicks?
Black market dicks, I guess. Illegal.
Well, no. What is beyond the black rainbow? What is the black rainbow? Is the black rainbow a metaphor for an asshole?
Jesus Christ, dude. No,
get it because it's a gaping black hole, but also it is a rainbow because it is gay, and that is where I'm taking this today.
That's not the direction I thought it was gonna go.
I know.
I thought it was what's beyond the black rainbow? I thought it was like a literal rainbow, and at the end was, instead of a pot of gold, it was like a bootleg iPhones or something.
I mean, but if it's beyond it, wouldn't we be walking through the rainbow and
beyond
it?
Beyond can just kind of mean on the other side, I guess.
I mean,
the other side of the black, next to.
Wouldn't that be like somewhere over the rainbow?
Don't fucking quote Wizard of Oz at me, you son of a bitch. So welcome to episode 19 of Stuck in the Middle with You, a podcast where two guys take a look at a critically divisive film and see on what side of the consent that they fall on. I ran out of breath as I was doing the intro one.
Wow.
My name is Derek Gade. My partner in crime, who probably has better lungs than me, is Juan Barkeen. Say hi, Juan.
Hi.
And this was my pick, and I got to delve into a semi-old favorite, because 5 years isn't much of a time to cultivate a status as a classic. But it's a classic to me in mine heart.
I'm sure it is, because you're trash, and that's okay.
Usually there's context for you, insulting me. But you're just hot right out of the gate. Just, this guy's a piece of shit. Let's do this. But we're not here to berate me. We're here to talk about Beyond the Black Rainbow, directed by Panos Cosmatos, released in 2010. Alright, so I love this movie. I love this movie so much that I watched it on goddamn DVD. Man, I don't love it enough to watch it on Blu-ray because I'm poor, but I love it all. I love it all the same. This is kind of a weird, textural, abstracted horror film in the vein of something like Amer or that other movie that those people did with the long title.
The Strange Color of Your Body's Tears, Derek.
Yes. Because I know it by the French title, right? L'étrange couleur des larmes de ton corps. That's what it is. That's what I know it as.
Le Disappointment as Derek.
But we're not here to talk about fucking Giallo homages made by a couple of Belgians. Juan.
We're here to talk about Giallo homages, except there aren't necessarily strictly Giallo.
Here's the thing. I think this movie
homages. They're every single movie ever.
I think this movie nicks from a lot. This movie nicks from a lot of movies from say the late 60s to the early 80s. But we can get to that after you answer this goddamn question.
What is the movie about? Nothing.
What the hell is Beyond the Black Rainbow about? And I take issue with your joke answer because
Okay, let me fucking whatever. Right, it's about some a fucked up weird therapist doctor dude who exists within and outside of this institute, Arboria.
The Arboria Institute.
The Arboria Institute, and he keeps this girl in this secluded locale, controlling her mind with weird fucking diamonds and...
I thought it was a glass pyramid.
Glass pyramid, glass
with
diamonds.
Lights in it.
White shit that makes weird, vaguely, potentially seizure-inducing lighting. And she tries to escape, and shit gets really fucked up.
Yeah, that's kind of sugarcoating.
That's really that's really as
this movie is not plot heavy.
That can be. No, it is not. There's not no plot, but there's
here's
not
the plot.
Enough plot.
Here's the plot. The plot. I think I've mentioned this on the pod, but if I haven't, I've mentioned it somewhere else. Plot in film is overrated. Having a linear or semi-linear sequence of events over the course of an entire film is highly overrated. But I will say this: there is a plot in this film. It's a girl, a psychic girl, trying to escape a facility that is suppressing her psychic abilities. She's under the thumb of this dude played by Michael Rogers in a very, very, very creepy performance.
He's great.
He is awesome in this movie. and that's the one through line. And there's obviously some stuff about doctors and patients and how doctors can sometimes take advantage. I don't think it's an accident Michael Rogers is an old dude and that Ava Allen is a young woman.
She's super young. Yeah, no, I'm pretty positive that's very intentional.
And there's that sort of a creepy commonplace book that he keeps in like a drawer that one of the employees thinks is like an ashtray, I guess, because everything looks like it was made out of obsidian.
Yeah, more or less.
Everything is a spit-shined reflective surface. If it's not made out of glass, it's made out of something that's been polished to within an inch of its life.
Yeah, sounds about right.
But
even outside of the area itself, it still looks pretty.
It looks like a biodome. It looks like it looks like the Epcot Center, kind of.
A little bit. I can definitely agree with that.
But
it looks like a creepy Epcot Center. Then again, like Epcot Center is pretty fucking terrifying in its own right, which is why Escape from Tomorrow exists.
Escape from Tomorrow, I think, is another conversation for another time, because I think we can get a lot of mileage out of that movie.
We can, but I mean, whatever. Anyway, back to this.
But I think something more interesting about this whole film is about the twin powers of repression and expression.
Yes, I've heard.
Yeah. What Juan is passively making reference to is my Letterboxd review for this, where I use almost that same sentence. And
where Derek more or less masturbates over this movie.
I love this movie so much. There's no J.O. material in this movie, but it does hit a lot of my cinematic pleasure centers. And I don't think I'm so indulgent that I would just reread the list. But there's a lot of shit I love.
Please don't. Yeah, just don't. Just.
I'll probably get to them
I mean, I'm sure you'll bring them up
over the course of this pod.
Yeah.
So yeah, this movie is not plotless, but plot is kind of secondary to the
aesthetic.
The set design.
It's all about aesthetic.
It's a 2-hour-long sensuous experience, and
it really is.
It's not just playing to your vision, playing to your ears, because the sound design is really good in this film. It's also the characters. There's a lot of points made in the film about what the characters see, feel, and very creepily smell and touch.
Yes, God, he's so fucking uncomfortable to watch.
Michael Rogers spends a good deal of this movie just kind of smelling things and touching things in a very creepy way. It's very effective.
It is.
But no, this movie lives and dies by its aesthetic. What I like about this movie is that while it kind of emulates a lot of movies, I mean, there's obvious stuff like 2001, Scanners. There's a little bit of Brian De Palma's The Fury in this.
A little bit. I can see that.
Carpenter.
There's other Cronenberg too. I wouldn't limit it to Scanners.
Well, Scanners is the big obvious one, but there's a little Videodrome. There's a little. I mean, this could have been a kind of a sex and telepathy movie like Carrie was, but it kind of
sex and telepathy movie.
Yeah, well, basically linking sort of kinetic fury with like menstruation, right?
It could have been, but it didn't even.
It kind of just
vaguely attempt to go there.
There's a lot of sort of hippie mysticism gone really horribly wrong. Like lots of nasty third eye shit in this movie.
Yeah, there is. And one scene that I keep thinking about, which I assume would have I don't know. I mean, I assume it's enough
Altered
of a
States
reference. Would have been Altered States. I think Begotten. Honestly,
Begotten during the 1966 Flash Fest.
Yeah, like that was
centerpiece of the film.
Yeah, it was very, very much like.
That's a movie I still haven't seen that Begotten.
It sucks. It's awful. I hated watching it. It was like the biggest waste of my time ever. I thought it's the most, I don't want to call it pretentious, but like, oh my God, it's garbage. Everyone's always like, oh my God, it's magnificent. It's so like surreal and disgusting. I hated that fucking movie so much.
If it's anything like the 1966 flashback sequence, I bet it at least looks cool.
No, it doesn't. It just looks ugly. The sequence in this movie looks really cool. This movie just looks like grungy and ugly. It's not good. It's not good. And I know like 1,000 people would disagree with me, but like it's awful. And like I say, this is someone who thinks like Beyond the Black Rainbow is like sometimes awful, but like mostly great.
No, I am on board 100% of the time with this movie. I am willing to follow this thing to the ends of the earth.
Yeah, but there's also like, I mean, there's also clearly Argento
There's a little Argento, but it's not really a giallo thing. I mean, there's like
no, it's not a giallo thing. It's just the color and texture.
There's the color and texture. There's the one sequence where the Ascensionaut. I have to explain what Ascensionaut is. Then imagine.
That's right.
This is basically like the Arborea Institute's answer to a security firm. Like their internal security is these like 8 or 9 foot tall, I guess babies in like retrofuturistic astronaut costumes, and they're one of the creepiest things I've seen in a movie in a good long while.
Yeah, they're pretty terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. Even before you know they're babies.
Yeah, and that reveal is just it's a very stark kind of creepy image. There's a lot of stark creepy images in this film
because that's what this whole movie like clings to. It's stark creepy imagery.
A lot of them kind of happen. A lot of them happen during the flashback sequence. That sort of name checks Begotten. That name checks Altered States a little bit. There's lots of like simple practical shit going on. There's instances where it's clear where they just have melted wax pouring from holes.
Yeah.
But it's really creepy. It's really effective.
I don't know if it's like creepy, but it is very fascinating to look at. Distinctly it appeals to me on an aesthetic level.
Yeah, because it's the literalization of a mind melting.
Yes. It is not a subtle movie either.
It's not subtle, but it's not like...
It doesn't hit you over the head with its imagery. Well, no, it does, but
it
not
does.
in a bad way. Like, it's a sensory overload to the extent that, like...
It's a movie about sensory overloads.
Yes.
It's about just not being able to cope with the world.
Yeah.
And another movie that gets referenced is my beloved favorite, Cube.
Oh, of course.
Which I think that might just be me reading stuff into it, but everything is there's a square. There's a scene where our main character Alina basically tries to break out of the institute, and she has to cross a ventilation duct that really reminds me of a scene in Cube where they have to jump a barrier from cube to cube.
I remember that scene. I remember a lot of Cube though.
So I want to ask you this question, Juan. And I want to ask you this question in episode 19 because I remember asking this question to you in episode 1. And I haven't asked you this question since, and I feel like
now. Let's find out what the question is.
Can you just let me ask the question?
All right, go ahead.
Why do you think this movie is so polarizing?
Because it has no narrative.
False. It has.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that to make you feel better about your shitty opinions.
It's not a matter of shitty opinion. There is a plot. There is forward moving action.
No, there is a narrative. It's just loose to the point where it feels like the movie doesn't care about the narrative. I wouldn't call it languidly paced.
Oh, it is slow. It is
I don't think it's that slow, frankly. I mean, maybe it's just because I've been subjected to, like, 2 slow movies yesterday morning, and, like, The Assassin in particular wore on my nerves so much, because it was just, like, nothing was happening. And at the very least, in Beyond the Black Rainbow, like, a lot of people will complain that nothing is happening, but there is very clearly, like, there may not be a lot going on, but the sensory overload is so visceral that it works to its benefit.
Are you saying that Panos Cosmatos is a better filmmaker than Ho Xiaoshen?
No. I am not. I would never say that. I have not seen enough of either one of their movies.
Well, this is the only one that Panos Cosmatos has put out.
Yeah, exactly.
This is still his first movie.
Yeah, which surprises me because I think he should make more movies. I would be very interested to see more
definitely
work by him. I think he could make a lot of really cool stuff. I mean, obviously, like, it's almost 110 minutes, more or less. Something like that. But, like, I can tell. And this also, I think another thing that bothers people is, like, this isn't exactly everybody's. Like, not everyone's as partial to this aesthetic as we are. Like,
yeah, this is kind of
60s, 70s, 80s sci-fi pastiche is not exactly like. It's not everyone's.
It's not for everyone.
Yeah,
but those who like it a lot.
Yeah, it's artsy as shit. It's the kind of thing like I would actually love to like just watch this in a museum muted for like a long while, except for like I will continue to stand by this. I don't like the last bits of it.
I like them. I was cool on them the first time around, but I came around.
I don't like once they leave the institute, it doesn't vibe with me like the rest of the film does, and I think it bogs it down for me a lot. Because even though it turns into essentially what like an Alex Garland film, and I use Alex Garland as my go-to for this because Alex Garland's films all follow a very distinct pattern, which is essentially meditative, vaguely existential, really aesthetically pleasing sci-fi that ends up turning into a sort of slasher in the last act.
All right, this is okay. You ready for my defense of the ending?
Okay, feel free.
All right,
go ahead.
here we go. The Arborea Institute, the area where the movie is contained. Okay, by the way, I should say that I'm ripping this off wholesale from Steve Carlson. So, Steve, if you're listening, thanks, buddy. You cracked the code for me.
Oh my god.
So I'm lifting this straight from him. Okay. The Arborea Institute is this sort of isolated place, right? Mm-hmm. And the movie is set in 1983, right? And this place looks like it was lifted straight out of like 1971.
More or less.
So it's out of sync with the time. I mean, we see Reagan on TV. We see, I mean, he drives a definitely what is an 80s car. Mm-hmm. But everything in the Institute is out of step with the times.
Okay.
Those two drunk fucking hoser dudes, they're right in step with the times. Those are dudes that existed in 1983.
That makes sense, yeah.
So when Elena escapes from the Institute, she's not just escaping the Institute. It's a kind of like culture shock. It's like time travel. She leaves a place that's been basically unstuck in time for like say 20 years or 15 years into what essentially amounts to the present day. And so does the movie. It becomes a dumb old slasher movie. Even the way that the fat dude gets killed is like typical 80s slasher shit.
But the thing is, like, some of the
spoiler alert,
are so satisfying.
I know, but that's because there's 70s deaths. Ugh. They're Cronenberg deaths in the literal sense where like one of the lady's eyes explode.
Yes, I know, it's beautiful.
But and Michael Rogers dying because he trips over something and his head falls on a rock.
Okay, I hated that scene.
That's an unfortunate 80s death. Right on.
Such bullshit, though.
To escape from the past, to engage with the present. Michael Rogers at that point is literally unstuck in time twice. He doesn't know how to operate in 1983 and in the actual 1983. And that's, I guess, the literalization of that.
Like, it's a fair defense. I don't disagree with your defense.
Slasher film death.
But, like, and then her laugh just feels like such a slap to the face.
I don't know about that. I mean, you just escaped torture and who knows what else. And now, as scary as it is, freedom.
This dude just fucking falls in front of you.
Feet caked with mud and grass for the first time in your young life. You've known nothing else except sterility. Yeah, I mean, I'd be like, laughing.
Really?
Yeah.
You're so...
It's fucked up, but the only way to deal with shit that's fucked up is to either laugh or cry. Ugh. We've seen her cry plenty of times in the movie. The first time we see her laugh in the film is when someone does this fucking dumb slasher death.
I guess. I don't know. I feel like there's just such a...
Did you stick around after the credits?
Yes, I did.
That I don't get.
That shot a lot.
I like the shot. I don't get it. Yeah. I really want to ask Panos Cosmatos on Twitter. Is like, what the fuck? What's up with the Century Knot action figure and the static?
Yeah, what does that last shot mean? Like,
I mean, but I don't want to do that. That's like the lamest thing you can do to a filmmaker.
Can you explain this to me? It is, but like, I mean, maybe like write an essay with like multiple options and just tweet it at him.
Well, first of all, 3 people would read that article. It'd be
including
me.
him, maybe.
Yeah, it would be me, you, and him, probably.
Yeah, that's. No, Michelle would.
What does Ascension at the end of Beyond the Black Rainbow mean?
An exciting collection of ideas. We should collect assumptions from everybody.
Well, the obvious one is that they're like secret transmitters.
Yeah, maybe.
But let's not dwell on this. Now I want to dwell on the soundtrack. I want to dwell on the score.
I really
Cave's
dig.
amazing analog synth assault. The music was composed by one Jeremy Schmidt of BC rock band Black Mountain. And,
oh my.
And the only thing you need to know about these guys is that they have a song on their first album called Drugonaut, which is entirely appropriate.
Drugonaut, I hate you.
No, it's called Drugonaut. You can look it up, which I'm pretty sure is a reference to the Black Sabbath song of a similar title called Supernaut. And I don't think it's an accident that the 9-foot man babies in the movie are called Sentionauts.
So many knots.
Yes.
I guess you could say.
Damn it. Fuck.
All of our study and analysis is going to be for naught.
I will end you. I am going to get a weirdly shaped knife and sniff your blankets.
Please do.
I don't think I'm going to do that. I didn't know where I was going to go with that one.
Neither do I, but whatever. We'll roll with it. You know.
I know. But yeah, just organs, mellotrons, and just an array, a bounty of progressive rock keyboards descending onto the soundtrack. So little quotes, a little goblin here, a little carpenter there, but mostly just this great atmospheric synthy score type thing. And bonus points for the use of Venom as the artist who plays the songs with the fucking metal Hesher drunkoids at the end of the film.
Wow.
And then a blast from the past, SXQ, over the end credits.
That was a good song. I dig it.
I like that. I mean, I bothered to look it up.
I mean, I don't I'm not gonna look up. I'm not gonna get the soundtrack or anything. But it's really cool for the movie. But see, lately I've been having this issue with horror movies, where they're all obviously aesthetically pleasing and whatnot, but the music is fantastic and shit. But I don't know. I don't want to listen to them outside of their film. I had a similar issue with It Follows, where everyone's like, I'm going to buy the vinyl for this movie. And I'm just like, but why? Because I wouldn't want to ever listen to this outside of the movie itself. Well, they work so perfectly in tandem, and I don't think they work as well.
Well, Disaster Piece was already kind of a known quantity in the chiptune universe.
I know.
And did the soundtrack for the video game Fez, which was amazing.
Yes, it was.
And here's what's funny. I've never played Fez in my life, but the soundtrack is so fucking good.
I mean, they're both pretty. I mean, the game itself is pretty good too.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing.
That's an opinion I have about the soundtrack.
What keeps this from being one of those movies? I've talked
those movies.
Yes, I've talked about this on Then the House Lights a bit about movies that are just kind of like winking pastiches of older kinds of movies. Is it just craft? Is that just a difference?
I mean, I feel like...
Is it just meticulousness that makes a difference?
I think there's a difference. I feel like, okay, when you have something like, let's say, Lost River, another debut from a filmmaker that very clearly draws upon aesthetics from a different era.
Okay.
It almost feels like there's too much trying in certain movies and others just don't. I don't think that Beyond the Black Rainbow is trying to be any of these other movies, and it thus establishes itself as its own cool original film, even though it is very much technically a pastiche of movies.
I guess this is sort of what I said before about emulation versus quotation.
Mm-hmm.
There's no direct reference. There's no direct references to anything, but it has the vibe of 20 different movies going on at the same time.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's
sometimes those movies, it also matters how well you manage to intertwine all of these movies, because sometimes two different aesthetics can clash really, really poorly, which is the problem with something like Lost River. You can't have a Harmony Korine film that occasionally decides to take a trip down memory lane and slip into David Lynch's Giallo Club. Like, that's not how movies work. They're not very good if you try doing that.
I think maybe Ryan Gosling told himself that he was going to make a certain kind of movie. Like, there's a lot of people who, like, put, like, I don't know why we're talking about Lost River now, a movie that I have not seen.
I mean, I only literally bring it up because it's a very apt director who, like, first-time director who draws upon a lot of classic aesthetics, I guess, is what I was going for. And
so ultimately,
in his case, it fucks up, and in Panos' case, it works out, in my opinion.
But this comes back to my question. Is this a matter of, like, skill, like, in terms of, like, craft, or is this, like...
Yeah, I think so.
Or is this, like, Panos Cosmatos had a clearer idea of what he wanted to do than Ryan Gosling did?
I think it's skill. I mean, I think it's skill and having the knowledge of
because...
Like, having the ability to know when too much is too much.
Beyond the Black Rainbow, it's a sensory overload thing, but it feels very precise.
Yeah.
Everything is in its right place. And
it feels knowing enough.
I don't know if Lost River has a sloppy feel to it.
It does.
Okay, so that's probably what it is. Or at least part of it.
But see, like, even though I don't feel like the ending of Beyond the Black Rainbow needs to be the way it is, I still, like, I can understand its purpose. Even, like, your explanation in particular
Steve Carlson's explanation.
Yeah, Steve Carlson's explanation in particular was very, not enlightening, but it was definitely...
that whole review is pretty good. That's probably, like, the single best piece of writing I've seen on Letterboxd. In terms of not necessarily criticism, but in terms of, like, breaking down a film.
Mm-hmm.
That's, like, tops. What's the ideal version of this movie? Is it a museum installation? Is it Terrence Malick doing a kind of a horror thriller thing?
Is it Terrence Malick doing a horror thriller thing? There's already other people who've done that.
But here's the thing, though. This movie is not very talky. And when it talks, it almost talks... It talks like a doomsday prophet.
The thing is, like, sometimes I just don't even... Like, I didn't even understand what they were saying. Like, I would have to rewind, put the volume even higher, because everyone just kind of mumbles like this. And
I don't think Elena says a fucking word during the whole film.
She just laughs.
She
doesn't have a single line.
She lets her telekinesis do the talking.
Exactly.
To go back, what's the ideal version of this movie? Is it something that has, like, no dialogue and just runs on images? Is it just something that has, like, you know, the bare minimum of expository dialogue? Is it a museum piece? Is it an installation? What's the ideal version of this?
I don't know. I don't think it could exist any other way, honestly.
Yeah, I guess the only way it could exist otherwise is if it were, like, an actual space, which is why I would go museum installation. But then
I would absolutely go to, like, a museum that literally was the Institute.
No, that'd be dope but scary.
That would be fucking terrifying, but I would love it.
I want the BioShock version of this.
Oh my god.
So the next BioShock game should be just going through the Arboretum Institute and having the sort of hallucinations and weird perceptual things going on. And I feel like this would make a good really sort of survival horror video game. So maybe that's the ideal version of this.
I think so. I would agree with that. Anyway, is there anything else, final points and stuff?
This movie is a goddamn masterpiece, and I won't hear otherwise.
I mean, I don't think it's a masterpiece, but I think it's a very cool movie that should probably be seen by anyone who likes movies.
Yeah, this is
and especially aesthetics movies.
Like, if you're a fan of late 60s to early 80s genre movies, specifically that very kind of pared down abstract science fiction, get on this. You will adore this. It takes a lot of cues here and there, but what it does is it synthesizes them very well. The seams don't show, because there's no seams in melted plastic and glass.
Wow.
Yeah. Tying all that shit together.
Loser.
You know what? Anyway. So as you can probably gather, my final rating on this is fresh. It's a Pantheon movie for me. This is I don't know, 5 stars, a Dan Salite red movie, cream of the crop, Hall of Fame, Exploitation gold, my friend.
Yep.
So what about you?
I stand by Fresh. I have my issues with it, as you've all heard, but I dig it. I dig it as a whole. I think it's a very cool movie. I don't mind, like, I just rewatched it and obviously enjoyed rewatching it. So, like, I'd watch it again in a couple years. I think
watch it with headphones. Watch it with headphones.
What I want to do is like watch it in a theater. Honestly, I think that'd be very, very satisfying.
I would love that.
So,
recommendation time.
It's my turn first.
Your turn.
Right? Yeah. So I was gonna go with like, there's so many options on what to go with. I can't obviously go with anything by the director. I don't feel like looking into the actor's history, but sci-fi movies in 2010 were pretty cool. So I figured...
There was Inception, which I know that you're not recommending, but was pretty good.
Because I can't recommend... No, I love Inception. I really do. Like, obviously, like, a lot of people think it's overrated and shit, but, like, it's a fucking damn good movie.
Yeah, it's basically the cinematic equivalent of a Tesseract, but inside the Tesseract is a heist film.
It's not as deep as everybody thinks it is by any means, but...
No, it's just like
so fun.
Yeah, it's just a crackerjack heist movie set in, like, you know, like I said, a Tesseract.
Yeah, and like the other one I was genuinely considering recommending was Resident Evil Afterlife because I adore that movie, and it's like welcoming Paul W.S. Anderson back into the world of Resident Evil. But no, I'm not picking either of these. I'm picking a very low-key, very romantic, very dramatic, very just beautiful, beautiful, character-driven movie, which is Mark Romanek's adaptation of Kazuo Ishiguro's Never Let Me Go, which is coincidentally the only Alex Garland movie that is such a beautiful, nice, not deadly thing.
Starring, if I'm not mistaken, a known suffragette Carey Mulligan.
Carey Mulligan, Keira Knightley.
Known Spider-Man.
Yeah, and...
well, you're not going to name his name?
Oh, Andrew Garfield. Sorry. You didn't, like, say anything for Keira Knightley.
I don't know. Known pirate?
Really? That's what you're going to go for? Pirate?
Yeah,
not like... not like known Jane Austen protagonist?
You know what? No.
You shit. Like, you wouldn't go for Pride and Prejudice, you asshole.
Dude, ask me how many Joe Wright films I've seen.
None. I'm
0.
Sure.
Big old...
Why haven't you seen any? Oh, Joe Wright is so good. Like, if I pretend Pan never happened, like, he has such a good career. I love 4 of his movies.
I keep confusing Joe Wright with Joe Johnson, the guy who did The Rocketeer.
Oh, I know who Joe Johnson is. Captain America, the First Avenger, The Rocketeer. Like, I know who Joe Johnson is, but how do you mix up Joe Johnson and Joe Wright? Joe Wright has such a, like, defined aesthetic.
I don't know, the same way...
I'm terrified of for Pan.
The same way I mix up, like, who's 2 people I mix up that there's no reason I should mix up. No, but no, just it's not going to be faces or jobs or anything. It's just going to be their names, like.
Bro, I don't fucking know.
Whatever. No, sometimes I mix up. Actually, we're talking Joe Wright, Joe Johnson, and Joe Jackson, the singer-songwriter.
Jesus Christ, you're a fucking mess. Also, in Never Let Me Go are Charlotte Rampling and Sally Hawkins, who are both perfect human beings as well.
I got one. I mixed up Charlotte Rampling and Vanessa Redgrave.
Okay, by like faces and existence,
no,
or
just the concepts of both those women.
Okay, I mean I've accidentally said like Gainsbourg instead of Rampling before, but like that's just accidents because Charlotte.
Hey, I know I can't explain it beyond. It's just 2 concepts.
Because you're weird, yeah. Anyway, Never Let Me Go is a really beautiful, beautiful movie, and it's really sad, and it made me cry a lot when it came out. And I think Mark Romanek is a brilliant fucking director who does not have nearly enough feature films to his name. The fact that was his last fucking movie in 2010.
Well, he's got his music videos to do, right?
I get it, but like, and like he did like Taylor Swift Shake It Off, which like frankly it's a catchy song and it's fun and shit, but like it is like why like that's below him. I expect more.
You know why?
Better.
You know, we want to know why one? Cha-ching, cha-ching,
cha-ching. I know, but like he's only made like
he made this, he made 1 Hour Photo with Robin Williams, he made
and
Static. I don't know that one.
That's it. Static was his first fucking movie in the 80s.
Oh shit, okay.
I hate my life.
So 1 Hour Photo was a long time coming then.
Yeah, 2002. God, Mark Romanek, make more movies. I know you're not listening to this, but like, fuck, dude. Like, I know you're making like a Dan Brown movie, which breaks my heart because like, why are you associating with Dan Brown?
You know what else is brown? Shit.
Such an asshole. Yeah, sounds about right. But anyway, go ahead, Derek. What about your recommendation?
Like, I literally wanted to watch the movie Death Hunt, the movie with Lee Marvin and Charles Bronson like chasing each other in the Canadian North, just so I could recommend it for this podcast. But I didn't get the chance to do it, although I will watch Death Hunt sooner rather than later. So I'm left with a very, very tenuous link. Our lead bad guy, Michael Rogers, is credited as onlooker at Jesse James's death in the excellent movie The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford, directed by Andrew Dominic, released in 2007, I believe. And that's the movie we have to go with. This movie looks amazing. Casey Affleck is amazing in it, which is a sentence I never thought I would say. Sorry, well,
Casey Affleck's so good in like a lot of things, though. I really like Casey Affleck.
Brad Pitt is really good in this movie. Roger Deakins shoots the hell out of it. This was the year he was nominated twice in Professor Photography.
And lost
both times. Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. I almost said Robert Frost. He got shot by the poet.
Yep, he totally did. So anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and say that my next week, which is this week because it is our 20th episode. Yeah,
we're recording these back to back, motherfucker.
Yeah, we are. God help me. Our next movie is one that I was kind of in a rush to record because I am very worried it might lose its 50% standing, but it magically went up 6 fucking reviews over the last week, and it maintained its 50 perfectly.
Welcome to the world of tomorrow!
Tomorrowland by Brad Bird, which is from this very year. Most modern movie. My goodness.
Yeah, so...
yeah, I'm super excited for it.
Well, I can't be excited for it because I've already watched it. Well, we'll talk about that later.
But I'm excited to talk about it because fuck you.
There's a lot to chew on. Plug time.
All right, go ahead.
Juan and I run a website. It's dimthehouselights.com. That's where all of our long-form film criticism goes, and we share the space with 4 writers, Michelle Arf, Chris Mello, Ross Burks, and Carl Harris. You could catch us also on Twitter and Letterboxd. I'm at both places at Derek_G. Juan's at both places at W-O-A-H, it's Juanito. That's W-O-A-H, it's Juanito, all one word. If you're interested in this pod specifically, you can go to the pod's webpage, which is sitmwypodcast.tumblr.com. There you can find links to our Twitters, our Letterboxds, our RSS feed, and most importantly, our iTunes show page, where you can give us ratings, reviews, feedback. We created that. And we still haven't really gotten any, or at least not enough so that we can see it. So, stuff the ballot box, will you? Juan writes sometimes for the Miami New Times, and I don't have another outlet, really, except for my new portfolio blog, which is Montreal Schlock City, which you can find at montrealschlockcity.com.
Oh, my.
So you ready to go take a piss break and record the next one?
That is exactly what I was going to ask you to do.
All right.
Cool. All right. So should I just stay on the line or call you back or whatever?
Well, I'm going to go take a piss and probably eat something. But first we got to tell the people that we'll see them not in 2 weeks, but very, very soon.
Yeah, sounds good. Peace out.